What's going on, guys? I hope you are well and what's going on, guys? I hope you are well and warm, kicking a fly today, baby, because it is a great day to talk about sex. Nope, training. Why training? Well, if you can't tell by my incredible physique, I'm destroying things over here, okay? No. What's going on, guys? I hope you are well and warm, kicking a fly today, baby, because we are talking about training, plant training. But specifically, the hardest part about training, ways to avoid it, how to overcome it, and what to expect if you can nail the training of your plant. Many of us are training our plants today in order to get ourselves a much bigger harvest than what the plant would give you by a traditional structure. By traditional structure, I'm referring to the Christmas tree-like appeal that your traditional plant would produce if you didn't touch it at all. Now, some are bushier than others, however, I digress. When you train your plant, you are almost guaranteeing that you are going to provide more bud sites to your plant, which inevitably leads to more buds. However, what is the hardest part about training your plants? Well, I'm going to discuss it right after this. AC Infinity has got a quality name when it comes to products for your garden. Whether it's an inline fan or the Controller Pro 69, they've got you covered. They've got a controller that's going to communicate between all of their devices. From the humidifier to the clip-on fans, regulate everything accurately with the Controller Pro 69. If you go to acinfinity.com, use promo code PIGEONS420, you can get some quality equipment for a quality price. Get the equipment that your plants are going to need and grow some incredible dank. Thank you, AC Infinity. The hardest part about training your plants, honestly, I'm going to say is the manipulating of the plant itself. But what do I mean? Well, when I very first got started growing plants, the biggest mistake or the hardest thing that I overcame was snapping the branch. My heart would start racing, the sweat would start dripping, and I would often think to myself, I've messed this plant up so bad because I'm just inevitably horrible at doing this. But the truth is, I was inevitably horrible at doing this. If you train your plants correct, you won't deal with any kind of snapping of the branch. And in some cases, if you do snap the branch, you can almost treat it like a topping and almost expect more growth from other bud sites. Some ways to avoid snapping of the branch right out of the gate, I'm going to tell you, is a little more silica in your mix will give your plants a little more malleability to your plants that you regularly wouldn't get. And in Stash Blend, we have silica added into the mix. Shameless plug. If you're looking for a premium plant additive and you're looking for something affordable, consider Stash Blend. Go to stashblend.com. That's my product, including Chris and Rob from the Stash. Awesome dudes, great product, and it helps to ensure quality cell manipulation when you're trying to train your plants for harvest. Another way to avoid snapping of the branch is to manipulate the stems in your fingers before you do any bending. Generally, I like to give them a little bit of a twist on every single branch. Little super crop, just little twist, twist, twist on every single top that I want to encourage a good solid bud from. So whether it's one that's low or one that's high, give it a little twist. If you think that bud site isn't worth twisting, it's probably not worth bearing fruit either. So keep that in mind. If you don't want to work it because it's too small and insignificant, chances are you don't want to have a bud growing from there because it won't be a very big bud at all. Twist your plant, and then as you twist, go ahead and bend as you go. So twist and bend. Generally, after a good twist, your plants aren't even, they're just going to fall over on their own. You're not even going to have to do any bending. They're just, after a twist, they just generally fall. You pick the direction, and away you go. In the words of my good friend Troy, Northern Scrogger, keep on tucking. Another way to avoid snapping or bending of the branches is to start training early. Get in there as soon as those plants are about the third node. A caveat to that is you can train earlier, But generally speaking, the third node, you can go ahead and either start removing or bending to kind of give you a good spread across the pot that you're desiring. Train early, because then the branches are smaller, they're not as thick, there isn't as big of a crust or a bark on those stems, so they bend a little bit more. I encourage you to train your plants. Our plant is beautiful. It produces some incredible fruits that do some incredible healing and build some remarkable communities. Bend, train, manipulate, and get used to what that plant can do, because guess what? She can do some incredible things for you if you just give it a little extra time. Is there another reason or another way that you would incorporate to try to avoid snapping those branches? Because snapping the branches is the hardest part. If it happens to you, it's not the end of the world. Consider it a topping. As I said, if you get yourself a snap branch, it's a top. Consider everything above that gone, and now you've got to work the below. So you can build from it and you can grow from a top or from a breaking of a branch, but it's avoidable. Follow these steps and maybe anything that you can bring out in the comment section. I want to hear from you. Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate your face. Much love. And I'll see you soon. Maybe Wednesday, live, Tea with P at 9 p.m. Central. Cheers, guys.